All right. That's right. Good evening. Well, thank you for that. I'm Alan Roby. This is the one and only Barb Carlin. Indeed.
You know, we couldn't get Whoopi Goldberg and Billy Crystal, so you got us.
And whether you are here at 225 or you are joining us online, Barb and I want to say that we hear music on these speakers back here. That's the first thing we're going to say. So we'll take care of that. Oh, and it has magically disappeared. Thank you. We want to say welcome. Welcome to this 15th annual roast of the Reverend Penny Nixon. Now, Barb and I
Alan,
Barb,
hang on a second.
I'm in the middle of a thing here.
Alan, it's not a roast.
What
No,
now?
it's
What now?
a celebration. It's a celebration of Penny's 15 years of ministry here with us at CSM, and really a celebration of her 27 years as a church minister.
So it's not a roast.
It's not a roast.
Okay.
It's not a roast.
Could you hold this, please? Thank you. Okay. Not a roast.
Not a roast.
Okay. This is kind of funny, though.
It's not a roast.
No. Definitely not. Okay.
Alan, is this going to be a problem?
No, absolutely not. You know, there is so much to celebrate about this incredible human being. Actually, I don't see how we could possibly do it in one evening.
Well, we're going to try. And we're going to do as much as we can. So we're going to start with acknowledging that she hasn't done it alone. And along the way, she has partnered with some incredible people, both clergy and mortal, otherwise. And we're going to hear from many of those people tonight. In fact, to start things off, we want to invite CCSM's retired Minister of Christian Education, Betsy Woodward, to come up and introduce her version. Her version of one of Penny's favorite hymns, and this is the audience participation part of the evening, so we're going to want you all to sing along. Betsy?
So I was privileged to work with Penny for 5 years, and she was my mentor, my boss, my friend, my colleague. And what I like to do is do tributes to people, and I write songs to celebrate people. So there's a song tonight, and you'll see the words are going to be over there on the screen. It's "Too Great Is Your Faithfulness." So we're all going to sing this together. I hope you'll see the words so you can sing it with me. Are we going to start?
Since everybody's had a big meal, breathe in and breathe out. Sit on the edge of your seats with your feet planted so that your voice is great. Here we go. Now we'll go back for a beautiful sanctuary. Beautiful sanctuary, inspiring worship. How great is your faithfulness? Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Penny, we celebrate you on this day. You urged us forward to greater endeavors. Today we release you to journey your way. Mission and justice are main consecrations. Sanctuary for those with no home. Whoever you are and wherever you come from, at CCSM, you're most welcome here. When the pandemic was sleeping among us, fear and uncertainty swallowed us in. You took us forward with digital worship, building and nurturing community. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Many we celebrate you on this day. You urged us forward to greater endeavors. Today we release you to journey your way. One more. Bravery and gratitude fill our emotions. 15 years of your ministry here. We know the journey at times has been trying. With our goodbyes, we surround you with love. Great is its faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Penny, we celebrate you on this day. You urged us forward to greater endeavors. Today we release you to journey your way.
Thank you, Betsy, very much for that. Alan,
What?
what is that on the floor?
What's what? Oh, that. That's nothing.
It's
Nothing.
not nothing. It's a bullhorn. Why do you have a bullhorn?
Well, because when I thought this was going to be a roast, and so I was going to do my imitation of Penny at a social justice protest. Because, you know, she's usually the shortest person there, so it's always like, you know, oh. It has to go up so people can hear her. So, but, you know, I don't think that's probably a good idea.
No,
Okay,
it's not a good idea.
never mind.
It would be a little inappropriate.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my middle name.
All right. Okay, but Penny has been very involved in social justice in our community and beyond, working on issues like affordable housing and livable wages. And here to talk about that is someone who has worked with Penny on those and other issues, San Mateo County's Peggy Jensen, Assistant County Executive.
Let's welcome her up.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. As they said, my name is Peggy Jensen, and I'm the Assistant County Executive here in San Mateo County. But I also attend CCSM. So Penny not only is a professional colleague, a respected community advocate who I've dealt with on many issues, she's also the leader of our faith community, the one that I belong to. I've attended CCSM off and on for many years, starting when my parents joined the church when I was in elementary school. I got to know the Hentons when our daughters, both named Elizabeth, were in Sunday school together, which is why, shortly after Penny came to CCSM, I was talking with Doug. And Doug told me the CCSM had a wonderful new minister, and he suggested that I come hear one of her inspiring and thoughtful sermons. So I took Doug up on that suggestion, and he was right. Penny is an exceptional preacher, as you all know, and an amazing church leader, but she's so much more. In addition to building a strong community here at CCSM, Penny has worked tirelessly to make our entire community more just, more welcoming, and more equitable. She organized faith leaders to learn about affordable housing. She participated in events to support ending homelessness. She's testified before city councils, before the Board of Supervisors, and she's advocated with our state and federal legislative delegations around important issues that are important to all of our community. Here in San Mateo, she's helped me organize events. She's contributed to committees. She's been an advisor on a variety of different programs, and she's always said yes whenever I've asked for her assistance, either as an individual to advise me, or to participate in a group, or as a liaison to help organize faith leaders throughout San Mateo County. And we weren't the only ones, we here in the Congregational Church of San Mateo, to appreciate her commitment to our community. In 2019, she was recognized by Assemblymember Kevin Mullen as the Woman of the Year in the 22nd Assembly District. So Penny just didn't build a community here at CCSM. She has made all of San Mateo County a better place, which is why, although I'm personally very sad that she's stepping away from the ministry, I'm very pleased that she and Ann Lee and Mercy are staying here in San Mateo County, because there's a lot more work to be done. So thank you, Penny, for your leadership, thank you for your partnership, and thank you for your friendship. I and all my colleagues in San Mateo County look forward to continuing to work with you on all the important community issues that you've dedicated your life to as you begin your next chapter. Thank you.
Well, that was definitely more dignified than a bullhorn skit. I will give her
to
that.
say the least, yeah.
Yeah. You know, Barb, you're pretty old. No.
Apparently, since he can't roast Penny, he's going to roast me.
You're older than I, a little, not much. I'm wondering if you remember the Aretha Franklin song, Sisters Are Doing It for Themselves.
Do I remember? I remember Aretha.
All right. Yes. But sisters don't just do it for themselves, they actually do it for each other, too. And now we would like to welcome up the woman who Penny considers to be her sister in spirit, Pastor Marlon Bussie of St. James AME Zion Church here in San Mateo. Please welcome Pastor Bussie.
Good evening. A doppelganger is a person who is uncannily similar to you. Grace Penny Nixon is my doppelganger. You may be wondering how this could possibly be. After all, she's shorter than me. She almost always wears slacks, and I like to wear dresses. She has 2 dogs, and I can only handle having one at a time. And of course, there's our hair differences. I change mine all the time, and Penny keeps that classic style cut and looking great. You may have even noticed 1 or 2 other minor differences between us, but they don't really count, because I couldn't love this woman any more than I do if we shared the same blood. It's said that some people enter our lives for a reason, some for a season, and some for a lifetime. I truly believe one of the reasons that God sent me to pastor in San Mateo was so my life could intersect with Penny's and we could become sister friends for life. It's happened, and you're stuck with me, girlfriend. This is how I know Penny and I are doppelgangers for life. She initially reached out to me to have coffee, and I was swamped being new to pastoring and didn't feel like I had time. I found out that she was persistent like me when she didn't give up trying, and we finally got together. And then I began to see how much we had in common. We were both married, both had girls, both had a passion for social justice, and we both have authentic, no-nonsense personalities. We love to laugh, and we typically find the same things hilarious. Penny is an easy friend to have, low to no maintenance, doesn't need to contact me daily, but somehow is always in tune and checks in when I need her the most. I hope I do as good a job at that for you, Penny. Over the years, we've laughed and cried together. We have fought the good fight of social justice work as co-directors of the Peninsula Solidarity Cohort. We have brought our congregations together for worship and fellowship. And we've gotten into a lot of good trouble. Injustices of any sort grate on Penny Nixon and fuel her passion and determination to ensure that something is done to improve the lives of all people. That's the ultimate vision of the cohort, and it's one that the members of the cohort share. As that work continues, I'm sure I speak for the cohort in saying that we are happy to know that the visionary for the work we do will still be at the helm. It's rare to find someone you can be 100% yourself with, unafraid to say just what you're truly feeling, and be who you really are, because there won't be any judgment, just a listening ear and support. That's who Penny Nixon is to me, to the members of the cohort, and I'm sure to all of you. You are my lifetime friend. As you close this chapter of your journey and prepare for what's next, I want to end with one of my favorite songs. The lyrics are, "Thank you for being my friend. Travel down a road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party," she did, "and invited everyone you knew, well, you would see that the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, 'Thank you for being my doppelganger, my sister in spirit, and my friend.'" I love you, sis. Congratulations on your retirement.
You know, when they're sitting there next to each other, you can hardly tell them apart.
It is true.
Thank you, Pastor Bussie, for sharing some love with us tonight.
You know, Barb, speaking of love, we all know and love our very own Dr. Angela Kraft Cross. We know and love her as organist, as ophthalmologist, but do we really know her? I mean, do we really? We're about to find out some more about her. So we want to welcome Angela up here now to help us understand how, even with the upcoming changes here at CCSM, love will keep us together. Angela?
Please welcome Angela. You will never look at her the same way again when she's playing that organ.
Not ever. Well, I'm just kind of speechless after that.
Well, that's rare. Okay, so Alan, you know, I love another line from that Aretha Franklin song we were talking about earlier. Behind every great man, there's a great woman. Well, in truth, behind the great woman we are celebrating tonight, there have been and are a whole lot of other great women.
That is 100% right. And many of them have been behind the scenes and don't always get recognized. We are so lucky to have some of those behind the scenes women with us here tonight. Pearlie Masters, Chase Montera, Cheryl Mateo. And although not here in this room, we can't forget Marge Boyd, Chuck Rosenthal, and Zoe Mullery, just to name a few.
So we...
Yeah.
We appreciate all they have done to support Penny and helped her to be successful. And we'd especially like to acknowledge her favorite among them. So would Penny's favorite woman behind the woman please stand up, her favorite? Okay.
I thought, oh my. Well, gosh, this is a little bit awkward. You know, Barb, as Congregationalists, I think typically we would just vote on something like this. Do we have a quorum? Well, you know, on second thought, maybe that's not such a great idea. I don't know. What would be appropriate in this particular case? What could we do? What could we do? I think, I'm pretty sure this one here might know what to do. Yeah. Ann Lee, come on up here. Go ahead.
Yeah, like duh. So Ann Lee McGurk, Penny's wife, and truly the woman behind the woman, is going to share a few thoughts with us.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. So, hello, everyone. I'm Ann Lee McGurk, and yes, I am the woman behind Penny. And we've been together nearly 30 years, and for most of that time, she has been in ministry. But tonight, I'd actually like to give a shout out to someone who's been with her even longer, and that's Beth Sandell. They met together, they met in seminary. And so Beth's been with Penny even longer than I have, for 40 years, and unfortunately, she can't be here tonight as she is mourning the loss of her brother in Atlanta. So, Beth, we love you, and hope you're watching. You know, every great leader does have someone who is with them and supports them, and I am the Penny Whisperer. Yeah, offering those little encouragements like, just do what you do best, and they'll come around. Or, be patient. And sometimes it's just the practical, like, your hair is sticking up. But seriously, I've walked beside Penny and have benefited from her ministry just as you all have. Her leadership and inspirational sermons have fed me spiritually and really helped me stay engaged in the Christian tradition. So, Penny, here we go again, leaving our church family. And, you know, our family is so entwined with this church family, because it was 15 years ago, May 2007, where John Fife, the chair of the search committee, called our house and ended a 5-month vetting process and offered Penny the job as senior minister. And she graciously accepted. But what a lot of people don't know is that the very next day, we got on a plane and flew to Zimbabwe in the hopes of bringing home mercy. And it wasn't a sure thing. We were stepping out on faith and trusting in God's plan. And miracles do happen. Amen is right. So, here we are. It's June 2007. Penny turns 50, and we become parents of a beautiful 4-year-old girl, and also she becomes your new senior minister. Yeah, it was a wild ride. And what a warm welcome we received from this community. I will be forever grateful to all those who reached out to our family, who chatted with me at coffee hour, who invited us into their home or to join them for a meal or participated in an activity, to all of you who introduced your children to Mercy, and for everyone who just helped our family really feel a part of this community. I look at Mercy and I wonder, where have the last 15 years gone? And I look at Penny and I know where the last 15 years have gone. Penny has transformed this church and all of you, and we in turn, our family has been transformed by you. So I look out at this gathering and I just say, thank you, CCSM. Thank you to the 12 moderators and all the board members who have helped her lead, to the staff who has supported her all along, and for all the people who have passed through this sanctuary, worshiping together and trying to make the world a better place. So, like Pastor Bussie, I will end with one of my favorite songs from the musical Wicked. It's called For Good. And it says that, I've heard it said, that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn. And we are led to those who help us most to grow, if we let them. And we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know who I am today because I knew you. What can I say? I've been changed for the better. Because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Thank you, Penny. I love you. Thank you, CCSM. And farewell.
There are tissues conveniently located at the end of most pews.
And Lee, thank you so much. And I just want to say, we have been so blessed to get to share your wisdom and your heart. So thank you so much, and thank you for those words. Right now, we would like to invite Roma Olvera to come up and share with us another song with updated lyrics to celebrate Penny. And while
Celebrate, not roast.
Celebrate, yes. I'm on board with that now, finally. And while Roma sings, we'll be enjoying a slideshow here on the screen highlighting Penny's 15 years at CCSM. Let's welcome Roma.
Accompanied by Melanie.
And Melanie.
It was instead of all of your favorite songs. I was like, I'll sing. How about if I sing? We updated some words for you. So I want to make sure we have it timed. So let me just make sure we start at the right time. Did you notice Mel's shoes? Yes. She did a shoe change. There once was a reverend with which you cannot quarrel, as you will find. Penny made her mind up when my daughter was 3 that what the church needed was a giant donkey. A sister church in Berkeley lost its storage one day. Now the donkey pays a visit every Palm Sunday. Dear Penny, brighter than many, her equal would be hard to find. She preaches like no other, the congregants adore her, 'cause she always speaks her mind. Penny was awarded in 2016 a title that would honor Dr. Martin Luther King. She stood in front of Caltrain on a chilly day and said, "We all must work together, it's the only way." Dear Penny, brighter than many, her equal would be hard to find. She preaches like no other, the congregants adore her, 'cause she always speaks her mind. Penny made her mind up in 21. She'd preach through the pandemic before she was done. The church's online membership clearly relates. We've got followers and congregants in 33 states. Penny made her mind up, it's sad but true, that she has other callings, other work to do. The time has come, and for some our darkest fears, that our Penny will retire after 15 years. Penny points a moral with which you cannot quarrel, makes a lot of common sense. Penny and her saga prove that you are gaga if you just keep sitting on the fence. Penny and her stories point the way to glories to all men and womankind. Anyone with vision comes to this decision. Just speak up, you must speak up, don't speak low, always speak up. Anyone with vision comes to this decision. We must speak our
Thank you, Roma, and to the Slideshow team and Melanie. That was wonderful to hear the story of Penny and watch it on the screen.
Yes.
So it wouldn't be a celebration of Penny's ministry here at CCM without a few words about how she's impacted this church specifically. And now to do just that is Verl Phillips, longtime CCSM member, past moderator, current treasurer, generally wearer of many hats here at CCSM. So Verl, would you please come on up and share a few words with us?
Oh, well, thank you, thank you. Well, it is truly my privilege tonight, indeed, more than that, my distinct honor, to offer a tribute to the Reverend Dr. Penny Nixon on behalf of this beloved community the Congregational Church of San Mateo. But you know, her accomplishments are so numerous and her influence so profound that I'm only going to be able to give a few highlights tonight. And I know that some of you are going to leave here thinking, he left out some of the most important things. Well, okay, you can tell me about that later. It's okay. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to do it. When Penny arrived in 2007, CCSM already had a very long history, and some of our proud moments in social justice included the fact that during World War II, many of you may know, that some Japanese Americans in this congregation were relocated and interred. Other members of this congregation came to the rescue in making sure their houses were safe and protected, and that was a wonderful thing to do. Fast forward to the 60s, and this congregation held a number of community events in the wake of the riots in Los Angeles. And then, as if he knew that Penny Nixon was coming next, our previous pastor, Jim Keck, helped CCSM develop the guiding principles and the 3 priorities, and they were instrumental in bringing Penny Nixon here. Penny has built on that history. She has embodied those principles in a wonderful way, and she has expanded the mission of this congregation. Here are just a few highlights. She has inspired us in education. In 2011, she led a trip of about 10 of us to the border of Mexico and into Mexico in order to learn a little more about immigration justice and the border conditions. She has brought in numerous guest speakers over the years, some of them filling the pulpit, some of them staying after worship to talk at what has become known as Second Hour. And she has led a number of educational series herself, meeting on weeknights with a bunch of people and talking about various issues, one of the recent ones, systemic racism. And she has taught us the difference between faith and belief. Penny has inspired us to recognize and to combat injustice at all places. We have heard this evening already from Peggy that she has often spoken boldly in our community and therefore has provided CCSM a powerful voice on this peninsula. In 2017, she fostered the Sanctuary Church for CCSM, which now is a safe haven for immigrants who are seeking visas, employment, and housing. In the summer of 2018, she led a delegation to the border to protest the separation of families. And CCSM was awarded the MLK Award for Penny's work on affordable housing and LGBTQ rights. She encouraged the development of the Energy and Environmental Justice Ministry, and we are now a climate church. And she has inspired numerous interns and mentored a lot of people over the years. Who remembers Greg Davis? Bonnie Rambob, Raj Rambob, Jorge Bautista. Yeah, I thought you might know him. Jolene Wade Gatlin. That's just to name a few. That's the tip of the iceberg. She has inspired CCSM to get a more nimble organizational structure, which culminated in a change in the bylaws in September of 2018. Penny has inspired all of us with her powerful, powerful sermons that so often, almost always, speak to both the head and the heart. She sometimes picks a theme over several weeks. It may be inspired by a book. It might be something consistent with the seasons, such as Advent. I remember one that was one summer even called Holy Hollywood. Anyone remember that? About films. It was wonderful. Her leadership in areas in these past few years has been phenomenal. Because let's face it, she has led us through a global pandemic, massive civil unrest, devastating wildfires, climate change, national political theatrics, deadly wars abroad, a deadly war at home from an epidemic of gun violence. That cannot be easy. It's a tribute to her to lead us in those areas. In addition, she has shared some personal vulnerabilities at various times through the pulpit and thereby have enabled us to admit our own vulnerabilities and share them with others. She has inspired rich understanding of a variety of cultures You remember the Rabbi in Residence program a few years ago with Rabbi Joe Singer, and he has returned on several occasions. We've shared services with the AME Zion Church, Pastor Bussie's church, and she helped develop the Peace Village with our Muslim neighbors. She helped us launch and has always been a supporter of the Latino congregation, meeting on Wednesday evenings, which is as large as many of the congregations in our conference here in Northern California. She has inspired us to give generously. She led the Expanding Our Extravagant Welcome capital campaign, which upgraded this sanctuary. We installed these gorgeous windows behind me. We raised the platform. We installed a ramp in the narthex, and we created a memorial garden just outside those windows. And then there was the renovation of the Betsy Woodward building and the dedication of the Will Bullis Community Room. And I can tell you that every single year, she has worked on the stewardship campaign with a method that is highly personalized and highly successful, and that has brought in much of the operating fund of this church. She has inspired us with her wonderful pastoral care, the coaching, the counseling, the weddings, the baptisms. She has attended to many of us during times of stress, illness, or the death of a loved one. And she demonstrates a deep, deep level of love and respect for all of us when she does that. So tonight, yes, we commemorate all that Penny means to the community as a whole and to each of us. And we want to thank you, Ann Lee and Mercy, for loving her and supporting her in the way only a family can. And we know that you have made many sacrifices over the years in sharing Penny with us, and we thank you for that. And we give thanks, let's see, actually, now that I think about it, help may be on the way, because she may be home a lot this summer. I hear that she doesn't have a job after tomorrow. And thank you, Penny, for inspiring us to learn, to celebrate, to mourn, and most of all, to act against injustice. We recognize you as the first woman to serve as our senior minister and the longest-serving senior minister in our nearly 160-year history. Of course, some of us were hoping that maybe you would try to break Queen Elizabeth's record of having the same job for 70 years. But that would mean another 55 years. I'm not sure that's in the cards. But you know what? Penny has taught us that nothing lasts forever and nothing is lost forever. Our love for you, Penny, will endure long, long after you depart as our minister. You remind us that we are the hands, feet, and face of God. Thanks for helping us to live out that reality and for preparing us for the next part of our journey. We are so anxious to learn about the next part of yours in order to make that long justice arc go where it needs to go. In closing, I want to ask everyone here in the sanctuary, and those of you online, you can answer in the chat if you will. I have a question for you. Are you better off, are you personally better off as a result of Penny's ministry? If so, say yes. Yes! Well, that was pretty abundantly clear, but once more, abundantly. Yes! Congratulations, Penny.
I think yes is kind of a weak answer. Could we hear an amen?
Amen.
As is obvious from Verl's words, we here at CCSM are truly going to miss Penny. We know both we and Penny will continue to grow and thrive, but things will be different around here.
And you know, Barb, it's kind of a two-way street, because let's also acknowledge that things are going to be a little bit different for Penny Nixon as well. As a matter of fact, we have come up with the top 10 things that will be different for Penny once she is no longer a pastor. All right, are you ready? Number 10, She will no longer be able to get out of traffic tickets by flashing her collar and saying she's on her way to church.
Number 9, because she will no longer be planning worship service, she'll have time to create themed family dinners involving coordinating food, dishes, and outfits.
Yes, I think that's going to happen. I do. Number 8, Penny can stand out in her driveway shouting encouragingly at the letter carrier and the garbage pickup folks, "God has no hands but your hands, no feet but your feet. You go." Great
When
job.
out walking the neighborhood, she'll say to random passersby, "Are you with me? You don't have to agree with me, but are you with me?"
Yeah, that'll happen. I am sure that's going to happen. Number 6, her friends will finally share all those off-color jokes that they've been keeping from her for years.
Number 5, now when she's having bread and wine, she might actually be in wine country.
Number 4, Penny's going to join a hiking club and immediately recommend that they adopt a set of guiding principles.
Number 3, she'll be asked to leave the hiking club.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah. Number 2, the only robe she's going to have to wear on a Sunday morning is a bathrobe.
And finally, number 1, change in Penny's life. Well, we hope she's going to have a little more time for herself and her family. And here to present some ways to make that happen are Pearlie Masters and Chase Montero. Will you please come up?
Penny, will you please come up?
I need like 3 extra hands. Okay. It is my pleasure to give to you a collection of letters from the congregation. Please enjoy reading these through, these expressions of love over the next weeks and months. Many in the congregation evidently take very seriously the idea of the slow work of God and have not yet given their letters. You know who you are. So once all the letters have been received, we will have the book bound for you as a keepsake. Wow. So for now.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So, and we'll take it back from you. So we can, yeah. And also, since you are such a fan of cross-country skiing, I made you a purple dog, cross-country skiing, and we will be thinking of you up in Tahoe next winter, reveling in the quiet beauty that you love. Enjoy.
Okay, Penny, so you like cross-country skiing. So, would you like to open your skis?
No, I'd love to.
Now, you'll have to open one side, and I don't know which one it is. Yeah, it's this one.
Okay. No pressure.
And you can pull that tab, so we'll be able to open it.
Oh my gosh.
They're for you to practice in summer. but they look like the real thing. We'll put this away.
See, after all these years, Pearlie is still bossing me around, telling me what to do.
So Penny, from all your well-wishers, the CCSM, your friends, for everybody who loves you, we have a gift for you. We want to just tell you, you are much loved, and it comes from our hearts. You have been an inspiration, as Pearl said, but you are also somebody who has done superlative work, and I have learned a lot from you. And you've shaken your head many, many times. But you are the visionary that this church needed. Thank you so much from our hearts to you.
Thank you. Now I'm talking, Pearlie? Pearlie said I could talk. I won't take time. Just thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I know those represent skis, and the last skis I've had for 25 years. So I will have these for 25 more, and every time I ski, I will think of you and hold you in my heart. I'll say a lot more tomorrow. Tonight has been like a tsunami of love, and it's been overwhelming to take it in and to see some folks that I haven't seen before and to see people that I haven't seen in a while. And I just feel so much love coming my way and love back to you, and each and every single person here means a great deal to me, and you each have your own stories, and I couldn't begin to thank any one person because it's been everybody here. I do want to say thank you to my incredible family for the ways that they've been with me. I want to say thank you to my chosen family that are here. And Annalie already mentioned, but Beth, I know you're online, and Beth and I knew each other in seminary, and for 40 years you've stood by my side, and I miss you so much tonight, and thank you for being online. And Fiona for being here. My chosen family, Elizabeth, Tim and Di, Karen and Kelly, Kim, others, Terry and Leanie online, Karen and Sue and Zach, my godson online, and then my cohort colleagues that I love so much, Joan, O'Donnell, Katie, Ben Myers, Brian Ferguson, and Tobias Page. You are my comrades, and of course my sister, you are my comrades, my partners in justice, and I love you all, and the work we do has fed me deeply over these years. I could not have asked for a better congregation to serve, and that's all I can say. And you wonder why I'm not going to another church, because I'm spoiled. You have spoiled me, you have loved me, you have been generous to me, you've been gracious to me, you've taught me about excellence, and I hold you so deeply in my heart, and I want you to never doubt that, and never doubt that I will miss you incredibly. But everything that we have shared together stays with me and is part of my very bones. And just know that no matter what. Love you all. I want to thank the committee, Julie, our moderator, and Pearlie. I think you were co-chairs, and everybody on the committee, and everyone who's done everything. So in other words, sit down. Okay, thank you so much.
And now, as one final gift for Penny tonight, one of her favorite songs performed by CCSM member Emily Beach and her daughter Kate. Let's welcome them up.
Whoever wants to follow Penny after speech? Oh, Penny, you just mentioned love, how much love you're feeling. So much has been said about you tonight, but on behalf of my family, we've been coming here for about 3 years, but your leadership, your sermons, your spirit of inclusivity and radical love and acceptance, no matter who you are or where you are on life's journey or your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. God loves you. God thinks you're awesome. That message has meant so much to my family, and to all of us in the CCSM family, so thank you for that, Penny. In that spirit, Kate and I, my daughter, chose this song to honor you. We're glad you like it. And for those of you who love this song too, and love Penny, we hope you'll join us at least on the chorus. I'm trying to tell you something about my life. Maybe give me insight between black and white. And the best things you ever done for me is to help me take my life less seriously. Is this only life after all? Yeah. Well, darkness has a hunger that's insatiable, and lightness has a call that's hard to hear. I wrap my fear around me like a blanket. I sailed my ship of safety till I sank it. I'm crawling on your shore. I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from fountains. Yeah, there's more than one answer to these questions, cornering in a crooked line. And the less I seek my source from some infinities, closer I am to find. Closer I am to find, yeah. I went to see the doctor of philosophy with a poster of Rasputin and a beard down to his knee. He never did marry or see a big great movie. He graded my performance. He said he could see through me. I spent 4 years prostrate to the higher mind, got my paper and I was free. But I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountain. There's more than one answer to these questions, cornering me in a crooked line. Unless I see my shores, closer I am to find. Everybody goes, closer I am to I stopped by the bar at 3 a.m. to seek solace in a bottle, or possibly a friend. And I woke up with a headache like my head against the board, twice as cloudy as I've been the night before. And I went in seeking clarity, but I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountains. Yeah, we go to the doctor, we go to the mountains, we look to the children, we drank from the fountains. Yeah, we go to the Bible, we go through the workout, my source from sorrow faded. Closer I am to find, yeah. Closer I am to find, yeah. Closer I am to find, yeah.
Thank you, Emily and Kate. That's beautiful, and certainly Penny has brought us all closer to Fine. We've heard from many people this evening about how Reverend Penny Nixon has touched their lives. And in truth, many others would have liked to have spoken or shared their stories, gifts, and feelings tonight. But of course, we would have been here for days, if not weeks. We would like to take an opportunity to recognize some of the ways in which Penny has touched us all.
That's right. So we're going to have some audience participation here, and it's going to involve standing up if you're able. So please get ready. So if Penny performed your marriage ceremony, will you stand as you are able and remain standing? Right? Oh, a lot of people. Great.
If Penny baptized your child, will you stand and remain standing? Everyone's.
If Penny held a memorial service for a loved one, will you stand?
If Penny was there for you at a difficult time in your life, will you stand? And once again, everyone remains standing.
If Penny made you a better person through calling you to walk your talk, will you please stand?
If Penny ever made you applaud or even cry during a sermon, will you stand?
If you ever heard Penny say, "Are you with me?" during a sermon, please stand. And if Penny ever touched you in some other way that we haven't happened to mention, will you please stand?
Penny, you have touched us all in ways for which we can never begin to thank you. So would we all please, one last time, please share in a round of applause for the woman who has touched us.
Barb, gosh, I mean, I know we're a UCC congregation and everything, and part of what that means is that we are resilient. But I got to admit, I'm struggling a little here. I'm just feeling like it's just a little hard to imagine how we're going to survive.
How are we going to survive?
I don't know. I think we're going to figure it out, though. I think something's about to happen. You never know. Something could be about to happen, or it might not.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong, and I learned how to get along. And so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your feet. If I'd have known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Oh, now go, walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye?
We will indeed survive and even thrive, as will Penny. And now, if you'd like to keep things moving and shaking, feel free to hang out with us here for a little informal celebratory dancing here in the sanctuary. Otherwise, feel free to make your way out, and thank you all for coming.
Good night.
Give me your attention, baby. I gotta tell you a little something about yourself. You're one of our flawless, ooh, you a sexy lady. But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else. Ooh, whoa. I know that you don't know it, but you're fine, so fine. Fine, so fine. Ooh, whoa. Oh, girl, I'm gonna show you when you're mine.
Sweet creature, had another talk about where it's going wrong, but we're still young. We don't know where we're going, but we know we belong. Oh, we're starting two hearts in one home. It's hard when we argue, we're both stubborn, I know. But oh, sweet creature, wherever I go, you bring me home. Sweet creature, when I run out of road, you bring me home. Sweet creature, running through the garden, oh, where nothing bothered us, but we're still young. I always think about you and how we don't speak enough. No, we started two hearts in one home. No, it's hard, we argue, we're both stubborn, I know. But oh, sweet creature, wherever I go, you bring me home. Sweet creature, when I run out of road, you bring me